What is going on, everybody? This is Aziraphale, and today I'm reviewing Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Alright, Good Omens. This book is a bomb. It is a really fun fantasy or sci-fi satire, or I don't know, it's a apocalypse satire, I guess. And it's just so much fun to read. I will start this review by giving you a small recap of the story and then talk about my likes and dislikes and finally give you my score for the book. So let's start with the story. The end is coming, the apocalypse is near, and final judgment is soon coming upon the world. This is a bit of a bad news for the Angel Aziraphale and the demon Crowley, who after a few thousand years on Earth quite started to like it and to like the inhabitants. Crowley the demon and Aziraphale the angel are representatives of heaven and hell on earth, and as such it's their task to look after the newborn Antichrist and to basically get him to fight for their side in the war that is to come, in the final war, the apocalypse. Well, due to a mistake in the hospital, the Antichrist is actually swapped out with the wrong newborn, so it turns out the Antichrist is actually a completely normal 11-year-old boy who lives in Lower Tadfield in Oxfordshire in Britain. I won't spoil the whole plot, but obviously this messes with the plans of heaven and hell respectively, and in this story we get everything from the four horsemen of the apocalypse to the descendants of an ancient witch hunter army, and all of it is written down nice and accurate in the prophecies of Agnes Nutter the witch, who is actually a character in this book, and she actually has written this book and it is available to the people in the book. So that's quite an interesting twist, and I really like what the story has done in the book. I really like the initial premise. So let's get straight into my likes and dislikes. I will start with my likes, and the first thing, there is no getting around it. It is just really clever satire. The book just really makes you laugh out loud, and I mean, it's not easy to pull off something like this. In my opinion, you just have to write really in a clever way to make the reader laugh. The initial premise of the story is already fun, to have an angel and a demon who have to help in the apocalypse, but they don't even want to themselves because they really like living on Earth and have gotten used to their lifestyle, and I just love it. But even though the story and the writing is really fun, the characters are still very interesting. I really enjoyed Crowley, I enjoyed Aziraphale, I enjoyed Newt and Anathema, and obviously the kids as well. And I don't know, it's not what you would expect, but the characters are really interesting. And the story also isn't just fun, it's also very gripping, because you have this huge messy situation and you know, all these forces being in motion. You have the Hound of Hell, you have the four horsemen of the apocalypse, you have basically both sides getting ready for the huge war, and there's this huge mess that the Antichrist is actually not who they expect it to be. So it's just very interesting. You don't know how it's going to turn out, and that's kind of gripping until the very end. Well, overall, I just really enjoyed it. I can't really pinpoint one specific thing, but I do think it comes down to the humor and the clever writing of Gaiman and Prachett. But there was something I disliked as well. My main dislike is that the conclusion was a bit lackluster, because you have all these huge forces, as I said before. The ending wasn't bad, but just it wasn't like making you run up walls with excitements of how epic this masterpiece just ended. That's what I'm trying to say. I expected a bit more, but it's really hard. So yeah, overall my rating for the book was a 9 out of 10 score. I know that's really high, but I just really enjoyed the book. It really worked well for me. I've read other books by Prachett before, and I don't know why, but they didn't click as much as this one did, so that's why I gave it such a high rating. If you didn't read this book before, read it. If you don't know about Gaiman or don't know about Prachett, then read their books as well, because they're super famous by now. When they wrote this book, they actually weren't. But yeah, they deserve it in my opinion because I just love reading this style, and I don't know why I haven't read the book before. It's really fun. So yeah, huge recommendation, and I think that's about it for my review. If you have read the book, let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm just kind of praising it here because I really enjoyed it, but maybe someone has some critiques or something. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to drop a like, maybe sub to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye!